Hey guys, welcome back to the Interceptor. We are here with war number 3 of season 51, and Matrix has matched up against GTSLV. Now, I have never heard of these guys, but at the time that we matched them, they were in tier 1, so they're probably a Platinum 1 alliance, which makes sense because there's a lot of Platinum 1 alliances we've never faced, simply because most of our matchups are against Masters alliances. But we have the team today of Shuri, Hood, and Red Magneto for one fight. But this war is not really all that complicated. 12. What was the 12% mutant for? I don't really understand what that was for. But okay. Whatever. I don't even remember using that. I don't even remember this. But basically, I was assigned Valkyrie for this war, and we didn't realize she was banned, or the officer didn't realize. And I don't check bans all the time. Like, I checked it when the war started, but I didn't remember she was banned. So I went to join, and I'm like, where's my Valkyrie? Oh, yeah. So that's why I'm using Shuri for this fight. This was a fight I was going to use Valk for. And then the other fight, the main one that Valkyrie was for, I'm just going to use Red Magneto for because it's a metal champion. But Hulk is not exactly a difficult champion to counter. You don't really need to do anything special. And I am going to completely ignore all the nodes because I just don't care. Also, what else? What was I saying? Oh, also, I don't really care about the prowess here because I know you can play around it, but I just, like, it doesn't really matter because if you eat his special attacks, you deserve to die anyways because he has some of the easiest special attacks in the entire game. And something you can do to get around the damage back node is you can use your heavy attacks to inflict the critical shocks instead of your basics so that you don't crit. And if you don't crit, you don't take damage back. As simple as that. Next node here, there's not really anything going on with the nodes, so it's basically just a Nick Fury duel. I think that when he has prowess and he enters second life, he is going to activate Flourish on his own. Here he throws the SP1 unfortunately, but I know how to do the partial dex where I dex the first hit and the second hit, block a hit, and then dex the rest. Or sorry, block dex, block dex. And it's not really that hard. I've been doing it that way for years, but just gonna throw some special ones, keep my damage up, and there's not really much going on here. I should have thrown the SP1. The reason I didn't is because I figured it was better to control his power than to worry about my damage. But the problem is that we are heading into the second life with no charges. And I could have, at this point, had I thrown that SP1, had a whole bunch of crit charges available. And because I didn't throw the SP1, the second life is just going to take a little bit longer. The aggression prowess doesn't really matter because as long as I consistently push him to SP2, nothing can really happen. He's about to go down here, going to go for this and then go for an SP1, but he is going to die during the special attack from the critical shocks. So I'm very happy with how Section 1 went, how the fights have gone so far. Let's get into Section 2. And on Path 3, Section 2, we have a Viv Vision up first. Now, I would not recommend other people playing this fight the way I'm going to play it. The only reason I do it this way is because I'm comfortable dexing her SP1. But I do think in hindsight it would have been smarter of me to push to Special 2. And the reason is the Special 1 animation, kind of long, kind of annoying. And if you don't know how to dex it, it can be kind of dangerous. But the Special 2 is actually roughly the same duration, but obviously a lot easier to avoid and counter than the special one, and additionally drains twice the power. So I am going to bait special ones in this fight, but I probably shouldn't have. I don't know why I wasn't. I honestly don't. I mean, I got a lot of practice in with her special one when she was in the... What was it called? Summer of something? Sorrow? Sadness? Something like that. I forget what it was called. But yeah, I got a lot of practice with her SP1 because obviously you're rooted during all of her special attacks, fighting her there, and also they're unblockable. Her special one is unblockable for most of that fight. So yeah, here, SP2, again, really easy. I don't know why I didn't counter that. I knew how to. I think I was just chilling and letting the shocks deal all the damage because this is my last Shuri fight. But yeah, really straightforward fight. You don't get bled from the node because Shuri has non-contact hits. And that's pretty much it. So here we have Red Magneto up against Future Ant-Man. And I am punching up multiple ranks. This is a rank 4 unascended 6-star versus a rank 5 ascended 6-star Future Ant-Man. But the truth is that this fight doesn't really do anything. This is a very easy matchup because not only does Red Magneto shut down his armor up buffs, but his own ability of reducing the duration of shock but not the damage actually works against him here, because the majority of the bleed damage that you get from Red Magneto comes from the burst damage, from when your bleeds expire. So if your bleeds expire faster, you get the damage faster, right? So here, also he is tactic. He is a tactic defender, but it's kind of irrelevant because if you're only parry heavying, then he can't auto block or evade, obviously. And yeah, as you saw there, the special 3 did a good amount of damage, and then the bleeds expired so quickly. And he just nuked himself, really, because his own abilities just killed him. He would have survived another probably 10 seconds if he did not have that ability where he reduces the duration of bleeds. This fight here, this is Node 42 Gorr, a fight I have taken many times. It is my only Hood fight. I'm just bringing Hood for this because Hood is obviously the hardest counter to this fight. The best way to deal with it by far, not even close. But I am going to have some pretty weird AI stuff happen, where twice in this fight, I was fully blocking for multiple seconds, and he's just going to walk up and throw an SP1. Like, look at that. Did you see how long I was blocking before he did that? Like, it was really weird. And then look at this. That was at least 3 seconds where I was just sitting there holding block, and he just walks up to me and throws a special into my block. And I understand when AI does that when they know they're going to go unblockable. But how the hell is Gorr supposed to go unblockable here? And he doesn't even have any shadow buffs. So how would he even trigger DOT into my block? Because I know AI is more inclined to throw specials into the block when they have an effect like that, where they go unblockable, or throwing it into the block is a beneficial thing. But I don't know. I don't understand that one. But that's completely fine. Let me just go back a little bit. I'll go here. We did win this war. It was not that close. We won by a good amount. And I also just wanted to quickly shout out BG1 in Matrix, because in the first 3 wars of the season, we've gotten 2 donuts. So in wars 1 and 3, we had 0 deaths, which was incredible. And then in war 2, we only had 2 deaths, one of which was me, and it was a bad death. So we really should have only had 1. But yeah, we're doing great so far. Wanted to shout out the boys, all the guys in there, everyone. Keep it up, guys, and we should do pretty well this season. But we are now 2-1. Also, everyone in Matrix is doing great this season, but just, wanted to especially shout out BG1. So we're now 2-1 this season. That one loss stings a bit, but we got outplayed. And the war wasn't really that close when we lost, so I'm not really upset about it. You can't expect us to clear with one death every single war. To win wars like that when the other alliance clears with 2 deaths before we even take half our fights. So yeah, we're now 2-1. My death total still at 1, and my PSR is at 13 out of 14 fights soloed, or 93%. And my design is enjoyed, and I will see you all later. Bye.